You're watching WPDE-TV 15. And now, Steve Horry, Tiffany Cochran, meteorologist Edy Piotrowski, and sports director Bob Mahalik. This is 15 News Night Beat.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hawley.
And I'm Tiffany Cochran. Here's your first look at news on the Night Beat.
Some folks in Hartsville are trying to take back their streets. 15 reporter Victoria Spechko has details.
15 reporter Natasha Brown takes a look at trash problems in Darlington.
And Lainey Pope continues her series on the destructive force of tornadoes. But up first tonight, domestic abuse is a problem that exists in our society that people often overlook.
But as 15 News reporter Kelly Strayer tells us, community awareness is on the rise.
And I think the first time that he ever hit me, it was more or less a push. And it was like, you need to cool off. And I didn't pay any attention.
Many victims of spousal abuse don't pay attention to early warning signs. But a local ad campaign is shedding light on the subject of domestic abuse by letting people know there is somewhere to turn.
Last year they had chosen the Humane Society, and this year we chose CASA, which is Citizens Against Spouse Abuse. I guess it seemed, that looking at human lives compared to the animals, I guess it seemed like a really strong subject matter.
Community is more aware that there is an organization that assists victims of domestic violence.
The increase in abuse awareness brings about the need for more volunteers. CASA organizes training sessions to help those volunteers deal with their caseloads.
We usually have over 1,200 crisis calls a year answered. We have over 500 women and children that actually come into our shelter a year.
But along with those numbers are staggering statistics of those who try to keep their situation under cover.
It reaches one person. If it empowers one woman who is in that situation to let them know that there is help, or if it educates one man to let him know that it is a crime what he's doing, it was worth it.
In Horry County, Kelly Strayer, 15 News.
Well, people across the country are looking for ways to fight crime in their neighborhoods. And as 15 reporter Victoria Spechko tells us, one local community may be doing something.
With violent crimes on the rise, cities like Hartsville are looking for a solution. Communities used to rely on the police to do it all, but more and more they're realizing it's just not enough.
Crime is still here. It's getting bigger and bigger. And what we have found out is that we need to go back to the things that they were doing some 30 years ago.
So Hartsville attacks the problem with paper and markers, listing the problems facing their society. Everything from fear of crime to dysfunctional homes made the list. The group knows they can't tackle all 42 of these problems at once, so they've narrowed it down to the 6 they feel are most important. They say once those 6 problems are solved or at least dealt with, they'll tackle 6 more. One by one, the group went to the board, deciding what to do first. And the winners? Problems with schools and drugs top the list, and finding solutions won't be easy. But the new chairman of the group says he's up for the challenge.
I always wanted to do something for the community, and by doing this, I feel comfortable, I feel great, giving back to the community what the community gave to me. So I feel real good about it.
In Hartsville, Victoria Spechko, 15 News.
Today, friends and family mourn the death of Krista Godwin. And while her family searches for an understanding of her death, the police search for a killer. A roadblock last night along Highway 74 provided officials with information about Godwin's murder. Sheriff Wayne Bryant says the number of suspects is narrowed, but no arrests have been made. Krista Godwin disappeared and was killed on Valentine's Day. Her funeral was this afternoon in Laurinburg.
Well, burglars are headed for churches along the Grand Strand, and as we find out in tonight's 15 Crime Stoppers, they aren't going to repent, but going to steal. Several churches in Conway have been broken into in the past few weeks. Police say the robbers are kicking in the doors and stealing small electronics like copiers, cassette players, and other sound equipment. So far, they've made off with thousands of dollars worth of electronics. Now, if you can help police find the people responsible for these robberies, it could mean a big reward for you. Please call Crime Stoppers of Horry County at 248-5000. Remember, Crime Stoppers wants your information, not your name.
Time now for a first look at weather with Edy Piotrowski.
That's right, and we've got some rain coming our way after 8 consecutive days of very nice weather. It is definitely on the way. We have a major storm system rolling its way through the central part of the country. It is heading its way north and eastward. Heavy snow to the north, strong thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast states, even a little bit of spotty rain here. We check out the radars, and not much going on across the eastern part of South Carolina or southern North Carolina. But take a look back out to the west. We do have a few spotty showers to the west of Charlotte and also southwest of Columbia. These are all advancing in our direction. And there is even a few showers south of the radar site near Charleston. That is heading our way as well, so a few showers are in the forecast, especially after midnight tonight. At least temperature-wise, it's going to remain quite mild. Overnight lows tonight falling off only into the low 50s. We're in the mid-40s in many locations. Lumberton, Fayetteville, and Whiteville, good evening to you at 54. Laurinburg, you've got 54 as well. Bennettsville at 56. Marion and Mullins at 54. Myrtle Beach at 53, with Florence, the warm spot, coming in now with 59 degrees. What's in store for tomorrow? Well, I'll tell you this. Make sure you keep the umbrellas handy. Mostly cloudy skies, scattered showers in the forecast. High temperatures once again, though, approaching 70 degrees across the region. Much the same in here for Thursday. Then it gets colder as we head toward the weekend. Exactly how cold will it get? Well, stay tuned. We'll have it all in the 5-day forecast coming up soon.
All right. Thanks, Ed.
Okay.
Thanks, Ed.
Well, making headlines around the nation, the Senate has started debate on the balanced budget amendment. Now, a vote on the measure will probably not come for several days, and many experts do not expect the bill to pass. The former top counterintelligence agent for the CIA in Moscow is being brought up on spy charges, but not by the Russians, by the Americans. Aldridge Ames and his wife were accused of making more than $1.5 million by selling American security secrets to the Russians.
In news around the Carolinas tonight, a family in Charlotte is lucky to be alive tonight thanks to the family dog. Their house caught fire and the courageous canine barked and licked his master's face until he woke up. Unfortunately, the puppy was trapped in the fire and died. Students waiting for tickets to go on sale for March 5th's Duke-Carolina game are taking no chances. They've set up tents so they can have somewhere to stay while they're waiting to buy tickets. And a Greensboro dad is going to the extreme to teach his daughter a lesson. He shaved his head so that his daughter won't feel like she's different. You see, she has leukemia and has to shave her head. So her dad and all the other kids in the community shave their heads as well.
That's a pretty good idea, but
Yeah.
I'm not shaving my head. There's no way. Not a chance.
Wouldn't look good.
No way. Thank you very much, Bob.
Bring out
Bob's
your
with us
eyes,
here.
though.
You think?
Yeah,
You think?
I think.
Like
What do you
Michael
think?
Jordan look?
I wouldn't go for it.
I won't. Certainly not, you know, because I'd probably want to go out to Rockingham this weekend, and probably wouldn't be a good scene.
They'd laugh at you. Yeah, racing is coming to Rockingham. Normally, you know, Sterling Marlin would show up at Rockingham. A couple of people would say hi. No one would really interview him, and it'd walk on. Won't be the case this time because, you know, your life certainly changes when you win the Daytona 500. Sterling Marlin is now a household name all over the country, but we've known him all along, haven't we? So did the folks in Marlin's hometown, Columbia, Tennessee. They always supported Marlin. Now support has turned into admiration. Before Marlin gets ready to race at the Rock, he wants to enjoy being Daytona 500 champ for a while. It's fun.
Feels great, I tell you. Really hadn't sunk in yet, and we was flying over and looked down, seeing all the cars here. It feels really good to come home. The community's behind you, and I told them before we left, I thought we could win it, and sure enough, we did.
Yeah, no pressure the rest of the way now. The Atlanta Braves are armed and very dangerous. Cy Young Award winner Greg Maddux, young gun Steve Avery, former Cy Young Tom Glavine, All-Star John Schmaltz, four of the best starters in baseball. And now the Braves have their fifth starter. He's Kent Mercker, and he's ready. After 2 years of bullpen work, Mercker can rest easy. He'll be a starter in '94. That makes spring training a little more enjoyable.
I think any player would, if you ask them the one thing they'd like about baseball, they'd like to know exactly what their role is. Because it makes it easier. Mentally, it's easier, and physically. I like to think of, had I been starting the whole time, I could have, established myself as a top-flight starter.
He was 4-2 as a starter last year, got some good efforts down the stretch. So hopefully Mercker can be that fifth guy. And like we talked about earlier, he's not going to go out there and try to win 20 games like the rest of the pack. If he gets 7, 8, 9 wins, he'll be okay. Lots of hoops coming your way in about 10 minutes.
Thanks,
much,
Bob.
Well, once again, it's your turn.
We wanted to know if you're in favor or against the 75 cents per pack tax increase for cigarettes.
And here's what some of you had to say.
They should raise the tax on cigarettes because the tax will probably discourage people from buying cigarettes, which are really bad for them.
I think an additional 75-cent federal excise tax on cigarettes would be devastating to the farmers of South Carolina.
It's roundup time at Imports of Florence. Special new deals on great vehicles like the 94 Rodeo, complete with air and AM/FM stereo. Drive it away for only $279 per month. Make tracks in this 94 Isuzu pickup with a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty and more, all for only $169 per month. And Imports of Florence has low 2.75% financing on remaining 93 BMWs. You can't beat the special deals now at Imports of Florence, 2641 West Palmetto Street in Florence.
If the very word makes your mouth water, has the Olive Garden got news for you. Like you've never had it before. Sensational seafood. Fantastic 5 cheese, hearty meat and sausage. Delicious spinach and mushroom, and our classic, cheesier, more flavorful than ever. Lasagna like only the Olive Garden could do it. Baked fresh every day. The Lasagna Lovers Festival, now through April 3rd.
WPDE 15 News is closed captioned as a service of McLeod Regional Medical Center, the choice for medical excellence.
Are you hot for peppers?
But you don't even need a fire. You just drop them in the food and they cook it for you.
I'm hot for sweet peppers.
Now, real pepper should humble you.
Oh, it hurts so good.
At Food Lion, we want you to have the very best, and we want you to pay less. So when you pick a pepper, it comes with our guarantee. The way we see it, when the peppers are good, everything's good.
Nope, no way, not a chance. Nobody has it except us. Jimmy's $289 a month with $14.16 down at your Low Country GMC truck dealer. Jimmy's loaded with automatic, air, power steering, anti-lock brakes, AM/FM cassette, and more. Now you can lease one for $289 a month at your Low Country GMC truck dealer. Nobody has it except us. Lease an all-new Jimmy from your Low Country GMC truck dealers today. The strength of experience.
If you're a Bell South Mobility customer and see news happen, call 15 News at star 8815.
Darlington County residents will have to put a little more effort into dumping their trash.
As 15 reporter Natasha Brown tells us, unmanned green dumpsters and regular trash bags are no more after April 1st.
Beginning April 1st, garbage dumping won't be the same in Darlington. The county will no longer need these green dumpsters. They're resorting to manned compaction sites and 35-gallon yellow trash bags. The bags will be sold for 50 cents each, and administrators say by April 1st, if you don't pay to bag, you don't dump.
To have a cleaner environment, that we're going to have to change the way we think about solid waste and change the way we handle solid waste. And everybody has to become much more responsible.
Schaefer says the cost of the bag goes toward transporting the garbage to Lee County's landfill. Each resident will also be supplied a recycle bin. Beginning April 1st, you won't just be able to dump whatever trash you want in one of these green boxes. You'll have to actually take the time to separate your trash, and some Darlington residents say that's just going to be a pain in the neck.
It's bad enough that we have to put it in there, you know, but to go out there and put it in different bags for different items, I think it's just a waste of time.
By the road, they just throw anything out, side of the box, in the box, or just whatever. It just was a mess at all times, really.
But hassle or no hassle, county administrators say they're just complying with the state and federal policy, and its goal is to reduce solid waste 30% by 1997. In Darlington, Natasha Brown, 15 News.
Well, some folks in Myrtle Beach are also talking trash. Tonight was the final reading of a proposed ordinance that would create a user fee for garbage, and it would lower property taxes as well. Now, the vote on that proposal has been put on hold so the City Council could continue to weigh their options. Many residents are up in arms over the idea of paying a $12 user fee every month for getting rid of their garbage.
Services should be provided by them, and they should be provided through taxes and not through individual assessments. So what it boils down to is next they'll have the police force out there and they'll assess everybody for the policemen.
Now, many new concerns were raised at tonight's meeting, and the council hopes to address those questions by reworking the proposal.
Severe thunderstorms, lightning, hail, and tornadoes are all destructive forces that we will have to deal with in the coming months. Tonight, as part of Severe Weather Awareness Week, Lainey Pope tells us how to stay safe when the weather isn't.
Last summer, we saw firsthand what a tornado can do.
These mobile homes in Darlington County didn't make it. Their owners did. In Georgetown County, another twister ripped off this back porch. The people inside weren't hurt. It may be by chance or by smarts that these folks lived, but either way, you can save your life by knowing what to do in a weather emergency. Last year, 13 tornadoes touched down in South Carolina. No one died, but 4 people were injured. Lightning killed 2 people and hurt 9 others. Last year, there were many severe storms and many watches and warnings. So who's at risk when one of those advisories comes across your TV screen? If you're in a car or live in a mobile home, you're in danger. The elderly, small children, and the handicapped are also at risk. And if you don't know the difference between a watch and a warning, you could be in trouble. A watch means severe weather is possible. A warning means bad weather is close at hand. So what should you do when a warning is issued for your area? First, leave all mobile homes, even if yours is tied down. Move to a basement or other underground shelter. Or move to an interior room, like a bathroom, on the lowest floor. And make sure to stay away from windows. If you're driving, get out of the car. If you're outside, lie in a nearby ditch. Severe weather is at its peak from March through August. Thunderstorm clouds grow to great heights almost every day in our area, and danger is often nearby. And add to that another major threat from the ocean. The hurricane season kicks into high gear in June. In Horry County, Lainey Pope, 15 News.
Well, although the sun is slowly disappearing, fortunately, we aren't in emergency conditions.
That's right. We don't have any severe weather or hurricanes to worry about. Some sunshine, well, it's going to be tough to get that out tomorrow. Looks like some showers are on the way, not only tomorrow, but for the first part of Thursday as well. We'll detail it all for you in the forecast up next.
This 15 News weather forecast is brought to you by Piggly Wiggly, where we've got what you need.
King Mitsubishi says take your pick of a new 94 for only $299 a month. Do you want performance in your next car or luxury? Take your pick for only $299 at King Mitsubishi. Lease a luxurious new 94 Mitsubishi Diamante or the sporty 94 Mitsubishi 3000 GT for $299 a month. It's your choice, the luxury and striking performance of the 94 Diamante or the power and technology of the 3000 GT. Either one, just $299 a month. Now at King Cadillac Olds GMC Mitsubishi in Florence.
The high cost of health care, everyone has a part in keeping it down. So we took what you like about Walmart and what you want in a pharmacy and put it right inside your Walmart store. The result?
Walmart's pharmacy department.
With professional service and the low price on every prescription.
So next time, bring it here.
Or ask your doctor to call.
Walmart's pharmacy department, your full-service pharmacy, right inside Walmart. Always the low price, always.
Love Homes in Florence has a new manager, and he's having a sale. Prices drastically reduced. New inventory arriving daily. 94 14x70 3-bedroom 2 full baths as low as $139 a month. 94 4-bedroom double wides as low as $224 a month. Interest rates as low as 8.49%. No down payment to qualified landowners and fast tax return service.
Hi, I'm Lee Hahn, new manager of Love Homes of Florence. I invite you to come by and see me or any of my sales staff for the finest manufactured housing in the PD area.
It's number one. Number one truck line in customer satisfaction. Toyota Trucks. Good. Check out the number one selling compact pickup for 14 consecutive years. Toyota Trucks. Get it? Right now is a great time to save. Got it? With factory incentives, option savings, and cash back, you could save up to $3,400 on selected Toyota trucks. Got it? $3,400. Good. See your Toyota dealer now. Get it?
Got it.
Good.
All right, welcome back and good evening, everyone. Of course, Severe Weather Awareness Week rolls on. Yesterday, we talked about severe thunderstorms. Today, we'll talk about tornadoes. And indeed, most of the tornadoes across the nation are in the central and southern plains, an area we call Tornado Alley. This is where most tornadoes occur, from Texas and Oklahoma up through Kansas and Nebraska. But if you've lived in the southeastern United States long enough, you know that we have seen our fair share of tornadoes. And some of you that have been here more than 10 years no doubt remember March 28, 1984, when we had 36 tornadoes rip through the Carolinas, killing 59 people. Now, last year, as you heard Laney say, was not all that active, at least comparatively speaking, 13 tornadoes, and fortunately, we didn't have any deaths. April and May are our peak months, although tornadoes can occur anytime during the year. And to recap this once again, tornado watches mean conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms that may contain tornadoes. Once we actually spot those on the ground or they are detected by the radar, a tornado warning will be issued, and if that's the case, we'll get that information, pass it on to you as quickly and as concisely as we can so you'll know what to do in the event of a tornado heading your way. Tomorrow we'll talk about lightning. Neither of those two are in the forecast tonight. It looks pretty calm out there. 53 degrees along the Grand Strand now, relative humidity at 63%. The winds are from the east at 14. They've been gusting over 20, and they're doing that again. Barometers at 30.18, holding steady. Up to 65 today. This morning's low was 51. We'll get very close to that later on tonight. And as of right now, we haven't had much rain, but more is on the way. Across the PD, you folks at 59 degrees, relative humidity at 49%. The winds are from the east at 13. Pressure steady, up to 71 today. Last night's low was 49. We're afternoon and probably on Thursday as well. Let's roll the radar pictures into motion. A couple of things going on here. We have that easterly flow bringing in a few showers near the Charleston area. These are beginning to turn their way northward, and they'll come up the coast later on tonight. Meanwhile, more scattered showers, even a few thunderstorms dotting Texas and over on through Georgia here, and also all the way up through eastern Kentucky. This is advancing to the east-northeast and will be converging over the state of South Carolina. So a few showers are possible, especially later tonight and through the daytime tomorrow. Powerful low-pressure system, winter storm up to the north here from Chicago back through Iowa and Nebraska. 6 to 12 inches of snow possible here. Meanwhile, with that very warm, moist, and unstable air, strong thunderstorms have been developing, and our chances of rain will be increasing as this low pressure draws closer. Scattered showers in the forecast for tomorrow. This cold front moving very, very slowly to cross the Carolinas, so scattered showers and storms continuing into the first part of the day on Thursday. Then everything should clear out as we head toward Friday, then much colder for the weekend as this drops closer. Forecast now for the rest of tonight's looking like this. Expect of mostly cloudy skies, a few showers, and it is going to be breezy. Overnight lows roughly between 50 and 55. For tomorrow, it's shaping up to be mostly cloudy, breezy once again, but warm with scattered showers. Highs in the upper 60s to near 70. Thursday, scattered showers and storms, especially during the morning hours. Then partly cloudy skies for Friday, which, by the way, the second annual Coastal Classic Middle School Basketball Tournament finals will be occurring Friday at 6 p.m. at Socastee High School. The Charlotte Hornet Honeybees will be performing. Tickets at participating middle schools, and of course, at the gate, they're only $5. Saturday and Sunday are looking pretty chilly with highs only in the 40s, so wintertime is not over yet. Don't pack away those heavy clothes.
Bummer. Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Ed.
Well, Bob's back. There he is. That's Bob. And, you know, we were talking about racing before, but let's look back indoors.
Go
look
indoors.
back to hoops.
Play some hoops. We got lots of hoops. The ACC continues to be as wild and as wacky as ever. You know, Maryland, is that Maryland Terp?
Maryland Tides, little turtles you can't.
It doesn't matter. They didn't play tonight, but Clemson did. We'll check in on them. Plus, we've got high school action, and we're going to talk about a former Gamecock, or excuse me, a former Bruin who's now a Gamecock who's playing well. His name's Andy Bostic. The story's coming up after this.
Horn Ford in Florence has new 94 trucks on the lot now. Get a new 94 truck at last year's prices.
Add to the bone.
Like a full-size F-150 pickup. Horn's price just $14,490 with V8 engine, automatic transmission, and driver airbag. Or the compact Ford Ranger, just $10,390 with the equipment you want. You get a great deal from our 35 years experience. Horn Ford, downtown Florence.
When Andy was born, he needed medication and a special formula. We needed help. Our Revco pharmacist, Pamela, was there. She showed us how to measure his doses, told us which other medicines could cause a bad reaction, and even ordered extra formula so we'd never run out. Pam taught us a little bit about being new parents and a lot about being a friend for life.
Maybe someday other drugstores will be able to do all that Revco does today.
The dreams of your tomorrows begin with us today.
When you're sick and need a specialist, you want someone who's qualified to do the job. We have a staff to do just that. So when you need specialized cancer care or cardiac care, there may be no need to go out of town because we're here right in your own backyard. For a physician referral, call 497-2128.
Grand General Hospital, start with us.
I probably should have been a cowboy. You know, just me and my horse out on the range. Well, this is my horse, a 93 Ford Ranger 4x4. It'll go just about anywhere, haul just about anything. It looks great, and it tows my boat all over the Carolinas. Since no other pickup beats it for gas mileage, this baby doesn't cost much to feed.
See your Carolina Ford dealer before February 28th and register to win ACC tournament tickets.
Married with Children, tonight at 11:35 on WPDE-TV 15.
February Madness. Catch it. Why wait till March? It's time for high school postseason stuff. Region 5-4A high school season tournament beginning tonight. The best matchup, the teams in the middle of the pack. Rivals nonetheless, West and South Florence meeting for about, the 100th time this year. Coach High watching Josh Jackson of the Bruins light it up, hits a little jumper from the baseline. But West Florence answers quickly. Jason Brown down at the other end pulls up and sticks the J. And then just before half, Harold Brewer gets things going. Brewer inside, and that's not one of those sissy dunks. I mean, he slams it right over top of Jackson, and the Knights go up by 9 at the break. Nice dunk. Second half, more of the same. West Florence in transition. Brewer, give it up. Keno Glover finishes nicely. And then Brewer ends the game with another one of his dunks. And West Florence wins it 60-54. Hartsville's next for them.
Well, I think the kids are being emotional right now, and we've been a good team. We've got to be one of the best fifth-place teams in any region in the state.
And Hartsville knows about that, and they shall be ready. Hartsville will play West Florence tomorrow night at Marlboro County. We're down to the Final Four in Region 5-4A. Moo had 31 points tonight to lead Hartsville. Sockasty, no problem in dispensing of Wilson, 66-52. And what's a tourney without an upset? Conway's having a terrific year, but they'd lose in the Region 5-4A tourney. Marlboro County knocks them off, so Marlboro County, the host team, will play Sockasty Thursday in the other semifinal. The Clemson Tigers are just impossible to figure out. They're good enough to beat North Carolina. They're bad enough to lose to South Carolina. Tonight, they went into Winston-Salem and got smoked. Wake Forest beat them 80-69. Sharon Wright had 25 points, but it's not enough. Clemson falls to 13-13 on the year. Wake Forest now 7-6 in the ACC. They move into 4th place. Big ACC game in Charlottesville tonight. Virginia playing Georgia Tech. The freshman, Jamal Robinson, was sensational down the stretch. 13 points all in the second half. This 3 helps sends the game into overtime. Tied 67-67. In OT, Robinson, give it up. Nice pass. Junior Bros with the hoop. Virginia goes up by 5. Georgia Tech comes back, cuts the lead to 1. It's 73-72. Travis Bess against Harold Dean. This is for the game. And it's an average move by Best. It comes up short, and Virginia wins it 73-72. They're in good shape for the tourney. Georgia Tech slips back into 6th place in the ACC. Now, the Gamecocks are off tonight. They'll host Mississippi State tomorrow in Columbia. And if you go, you might want to check out 23 for the Gamecocks. He's Edy Piotrowski, the former South Florence star, who after 2 years at junior college is becoming a star in the SEC. Charles Malloy has more.
Heart, determination, and talent. All qualities that USC guard Edy Piotrowski has a lot of. Piotrowski earned that heart and determination the hard way by playing ball in the parks of South Florence.
I practiced hard coming up as a kid because, you know, I was always a kid on the park who was the smallest one. And I used to get kicked around, and I used to get sent home sometimes. I wanted to cry a couple of times because I really couldn't do the things I wanted to do.
Well, those days are over, and Andy's doing it, and doing it well. Ask him who his hero is, and he'll tell you. The other man who wore number 23.
And I started learning more about this man named Michael Jordan, so the way he flies through the air or something like that. In some ways, I try to, you know, do things that he can do.
Edy Piotrowski is a great young man who has tremendous drive to succeed, wants to win, works every day in practice, and is a humble, nice young man off the court.
Now, every collegiate player has dreams of going to the NBA, and Andy is no different. But he says if that does not work out, at least he can't fall back on his degree.
If NBA don't work out for me, pro ball somewhere don't work out, I will have my degree in criminal justice, and I'll do something with that, because that is my main goal while I'm at the University of South Carolina, to get my college degree.
Pro basketball or not, Edy Piotrowski has shown that he is a quality player on and off the court. In Columbia, Charles Malloy, 15 Sports.
Thank you, Charles. It could be a preview of the NBA Championship Series. Seattle and New York tonight from the Garden, and it belonged to the Sonics. Look at that, Carl the greenskeeper actually showing up for this one, so you know it's a big game. They let him out of the caddy shack to check out Sean Kemp. Just slip it down. Kemp was the man tonight. He had 20 points to lead the way for Seattle, and Kemp's not dunking, he's passing. He had 7 assists. Gives it up to Gary Payton. Did someone say passing? Watch this. Zip, zip, dunk. Kemp leads the way. Seattle wins it. 93-82. The Knicks shot 32% tonight. The West is definitely stronger than the East. Whoever wins the West should have no problem in the East. I'm telling you, if the Hornets were healthy, they'd have a chance to go to the NBA Finals.
How long till Zoe comes back?
Zoe is supposed to be back any day. He's been listed as day-to-day, but then again, aren't we all?
Thanks, Bob. Interesting way to put it. Thanks, Bob.
Well, a local charity gets ready to put their best foot forward.
And it's all in the name of helping children. We'll show you when we come back.
If the very word makes your mouth water, has the Olive Garden got news for you. Lasagna. Like you've never had it before. Delicious new kinds baked fresh every day. Lasagna. The Lasagna Lovers Festival through April 3rd.
The 94s are here. We're inviting you to stop by and see the entire lineup of new Chevys and Geos at Performance Chevrolet Geo. We've got the all-new for 94 S10 Chevy pickup priced to sell today at just $96.60 at Performance Chevrolet Geo, Highway 501 on the Grand Strand, Myrtle Beach.
Hi, I'm Louis Rodriguez, Vice President and General Manager. I'd like to thank our community for making our grand opening a great success and invite you all to see our 94 full line of Chevy cars and trucks.
Are you looking for a quality home? Tired of paying rent? Mascot Homes is the only choice for the 90s. Our professional sales staff will help you find the home that's right for you. Quality construction, spacious bedrooms, large kitchens. Mascot Homes has any feature you desire, and they're built right here in South Carolina from only the best materials. Now is the time to buy with the lowest interest rates in years. Come see us today in Florence and Sumter. Mascot Homes, quality for a lifetime.
Do you know what car has been called Car of the Year? This is the one. The car that helped Buick earn top 5 in quality 4 years in a row. This is the one. Buick LeSabre, America's best-selling full-size car. For $19,995, anti-lock brakes, dual airbags, stereo, air, power, everything. See your Carolina Buick dealers for $19,995. This is the one.
That's right, Cash Call is back and better than ever. You can win instant cash just for watching. All you have to do is send a postcard with your name and phone number to 3215 South Cashua Drive, Florence. Then watch TV 15 weeknights at 6, and we may be calling you.
You know, every year the March of Dimes Foundation holds its walkathon to raise money for handicapped children.
And this year will be no different. They didn't walk tonight, but they did hold a party to get psyched up for the big event. The local chairman says the children are what it's all about.
Everybody needs to get together. There are companies that we're trying to get all the companies in the area to sponsor a team out there. Plus individuals can come out and get together and collect some money from the March of Dimes and get together as a community and walk for healthy babies.
Lifesavers were a big part of the theme tonight, and it looks like even the goldfish are excited about the march. It's hard to tell. I don't know. If Ed were out there, he'd be excited about it, wouldn't you, Ed?
That's right. I did a whole pack of Lifesavers just to keep my breath fresh. Let's check things out in the weather. It looks like it's going to be fairly nice tonight. If you like partly cloudy skies, looks like a chance of a few showers, especially later on tonight. Scattered showers through the daytime tomorrow. And for the first part of Thursday, then it turns much colder for the weekend.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.
Clemson loses tonight. The ACC's a mess. North Carolina steps outside of the ACC. They'll play Notre Dame. So who knows what's going to happen. There's two teams that are pretty unpredictable. We'll let you know what happens tomorrow night.
Day to day.
Thanks a lot, Bob. That does it for us on the Night Beat. Join Wayne Fournier and Lenny Pope first thing in the morning for 15 News First Edition.
From all of us here at 15 News, thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Good night. Day to day.
The Bertice Berry Show, weekdays at 9 on WPDE-TV 15.